You guys, we're basically on the final stretch, and thank gosh, my brain is in shambles from keeping up with all this crazy build-up getting into Season 13. It's been wild. So, if you guys know how Brawl Talks work, or just updates in general here in Brawl Stars, you'll know whenever we have an idea as to when Brawl Talk comes out. This time around, we're pretty dang certain that it's coming on the 25th. There's always a final big Easter egg photo, as well as the Brawl Talk premiere one day before. So guys, that's tomorrow. Today's the 23rd. And as always, whenever that sneak peek comes out, as well as the Brawl Talk thumbnail and stuff like that, we break it down very, very thoroughly here on this channel. So if you guys don't want to miss out on that, be sure to stay tuned to the channel tomorrow. But we are beginning today's video off over here on the official Brawl Stars Twitter page with yet another Easter egg photo that is honestly making me question things from our previous theories that we've had in recent Brawl News episodes. Taking a look at this tweet coming out 5 hours ago saying, "Farewell, mateys," with a flag as well as a waving emoji. This is now the second time that we've gotten a pirate theme Easter egg here. This one specifically dedicated to it. I think more of the context being put on Penny, which we will be elaborating as to why. But we also have this one, that animatronic Kraken leg that was first introduced in the Brawl Stars universe when the pirate theme first came out. So my goodness, that's two pirate theme things. But to get down to the specifics of this photo, I think we have some really important imagery here. A lot of people discussing this photo and actually really anxious over it. We have, of course, the pirate theme. This one much more blatant than the tentacle popping up. This is all about the pirates. We have 3 different images and then the final concluding image over there on the right. But it starts off with Penny, Daryl, and Tick, the entire pirate family at sea, looking somewhat bored, and then Penny notices a floating bottle with a map inside. She grabs it and takes a look at it. It looks like she's making a pretty significant game plan because of this map, marking an X right in the middle of it. But once she has her game plan in mind, she sets sail, waving goodbye to Daryl and Tick, the 2 other pirates in the family. Where she's going, it's yet to be explained. All we really do know for the context as to why she's leaving is the map that she found. Now, of course, there is an absolute metric crap ton of discussion from different viewpoints around this photo. Some people think that this is just kind of nailing it in the coffin if it wasn't already confirmed that Penny is getting a remodel. We've now had 3 Easter eggs having to deal with Penny and her remodel, presumably. But we also have a little bit more of a scarier viewpoint on this photo. Seeing with the context here of the tweet, "Farewell, mateys," with a wave, some people actually think that Penny might be removed from Brawl Stars. I think that's the least likely outcome, but it is something that a lot of people are discussing. I'm pretty much so certain that that isn't the case, but it makes things like this even more interesting if you ask me. Someone posted this, I believe OJ must have posted it on Twitter or something like that, seeing that it's his points for the MSI or the lead up to the MSI that he has there. But there was a question asking how many brawlers are there in Brawl Stars, and of course we have 57, but the correct answer programmed in this question was 56. More than likely just an error on the Brawl Stars esports side of things, but it's very ironic with the photo being posted today, people talking about maybe Penny being removed from the game, that this was actually something that would connect to it, you know? But the third viewpoint I've been hearing a lot about, and the one that I'm kind of leaning towards more myself, is that Penny is getting more than just a remodel. Like I said earlier on in this video, we've now had a grand total of 3 different Penny references leading up to this Season 13, starting off with this photo with the mortar in the background. We then had this one coming a while later with the Penny hat there in the Snowtell environment, and then now this one. I think it's safe to assume that there's something bigger at play with Penny here. Most of the time when a brawler gets a remodel, there's not that much crazy build up to it. It's maybe just like a fun little Easter egg in one photo, much like when Pam got her rework, we just got one single image of her necklace. But this is pretty dang nuts. It's almost like feeding into the theme of the update. My best guess is there's just something way bigger at play here for Penny. What that is, it's very hard for me to put my finger on. It could be that Penny is just getting a complete brawler remodel, kind of along the lines of what we we saw with Surge. Maybe it's something that they wanted to do for Penny as well. A total Brawler rework, you know what I mean? I guess that would warrant a bunch of different Easter eggs about that, but in my opinion, I feel like that is even exceeding some of the hype that she's getting with these Easter eggs, just a Brawler rework. Surge didn't have that much crazy of a build-up when he got his super changed and gadgets reworked. I feel like that was more of a surprise. Rather, this is just kind of feeding almost into the whole theme of season 13. So that's definitely a possibility. She could just be getting a complete Brawler rework, but some of the other fun things to think about in terms of theory crafting is maybe she could be leaving the pirate family. This picture definitely symbolizing that, where she's saying goodbye, and even the context of the tweet saying farewell mateys, almost as if that's in Penny's words, she's saying goodbye to her family. It may be a good reasoning as to why these Easter eggs building up here have been so dang hard to follow or piece together, because this might be a very first for us in the Brawl Stars community of Brawler hopping families. I guess some other fun things to toy around with that theory that Penny might be leaving the pirate family is that it almost appears that throughout these photos that she's been getting these Easter eggs, she's leaving behind some of her mechanics, right? So in this first one, she's leaving behind her mortar. In the stunt show theme, almost as if she's getting rid of it. And then in this one, she threw down her pirate hat, or her hat with the skull and crossbones on it, almost as if she's kind of leaving that behind as well. And this time in the Snowtell environment. I don't know, man. At this point with the Easter eggs, there's just been a copious amount of moving parts with them. It feels like there's like 3 different stories being told getting into the season 13. It's so dang challenging putting your finger on or predicting things to come out with all of this craziness. But at the very least from this photo, we do know that Penny has some sort of significance here in season 13. Whether that means that the pirates in general are going to have some significance, who the heck knows. I think we're kind of at the point where we just got to be patient for tomorrow for further clarity on all of this nuts stuff happening. Be sure to let me know what your guys' thought process is. It's definitely really helpful whenever we get some discussion going on in the comments down below. I think the most likely outcome, and the one that I'm leaning towards, is that Penny is probably going to be getting a very big rework, right? But I think I'll leave the new stuff at that. We're just gonna have to wait and see. But moving away from that Penny photo, I next wanted to bring up some additional connections that people have been finding surrounding the number 13 ever since our most recent episode of Brawl News. We have this user here, Rolling Daryl, pointing out this specific photo on the starpark.biz website. Definitely a photo that we've discussed quite heavily in episodes of Brawl News in the past, but never really made this connection. Yet again, the number 13 popping up on the second photo with this. We have that burnt page here exposing a little bit more information, such as everything is normal, the tagline that we all should know by now, but then the literal page number is 13. Guys, it's just popping up too much. This person over here also making this tweet about a few theories that he was coming up with, but there's a few other examples of 13, such as the B13. You guys remember the robot that popped up a few times, written by B13? It's just very strange how often it's popped up in the past. I'm not sure if this is going to kind of amount to anything, or if it does mean that season 13 is going to have some more significance than other updates, but I guess only time will tell. But moving along from that, I next wanted to bring up this, which I found pretty dang interesting. We have Paula. If you guys didn't know, Paula streams occasionally, but someone ended up asking her the question, what score do you give to the upcoming update? Basically rating the update on how hype it's going to be. And she thought about it for quite a while and gave it a 6.5. The translation to the tweet made about this was, Paula has given her score for the next update 6.5, which is pretty dang close to like 5, which is like average or like middle of the pack, which I feel like is definitely more safe. I don't think you would want to like highball it, be like, yeah, it's going to be a 10. So maybe that's what she was kind of trying to do, maybe lowering expectations, but definitely kind of strange seeing this being answered in the first place. But then, as you can see, we have Francie, a very predominant figure in the community and someone who actually works for the Brawl Stars dev team in the art department, saying, for me, it's a solid 9. He then said, we just need to wait. I just love the new update. Summer updates are always cool. So I don't know what to feel, guys. I don't know what to feel about any of this. We definitely have been hyping it up leading up to this point. There's been a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of crazy build up, and then for Paul to say it's a 6.5, 5, I'm not sure how to feel about it. I think she's just minimizing our expectations here. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm at this point where I just need to see what's going to happen, right? The buildup has almost been too much to follow. Just let me see. But I think to wrap things up here in this video today on a little bit more of a less confusing note, we're over here on Getty Core's Twitter page for some really good news. If you guys didn't know, Getty ended up developing a phenomenal new brawler concept. So many people were digging this brawler, much was I. We made a whole video dedicated to it, and the really good news about this is that Getty is actually making another one, it appears, with this tweet coming out an hour ago, tomorrow with a boat. He also sent out this one, another one here. It looks like more of a pirate theme going on, kind of fitting into what's been happening as of recently with all of these Easter eggs. Pretty dang cool. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that tomorrow. It should be really hype, along with the Brawl Talk teaser, if indeed the Brawl Talk does come out on the 25th, which I think we can all get behind at this point, right? But yeah, everyone, I think that's a good ending point for this video here today. It's safe to say your boy Ray's brain is pretty much so a pile of mush with all of this craziness going on. Very much so looking forward to the additional information that we're going to be getting tomorrow, so make sure to stay tuned for that. I'll be sure to have that promptly out to you guys, giving you all my opinions on the info that we get, and hopefully getting some more context as to what season 13 is going to be like. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. But yeah, guys, I think we'll end things there. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you didn't, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios and take care.